Secret codes in the message. It's like a slave times most infected. We call it lethal injection. We accept now the code is infected. Turn killer, nickel 9, pie ripper. Bring death, hail Satan, mind killer. Death seeds, plant a crop for God's breed. Evil tongue lisps to my young niggas. My young niggas neglected to be a kid. My young niggas chose the way he lived. Mind speed and fall past causing the pressure. My human form dipped into God's nectar. Alien, that's why you look at me. My head with defies gravity. These coils, they conduct energy. They feel a soul on this frequency. I hope you get it. Compact, compress, scan. Now beat the push track on replay. Like a relay, we will speed up the DNA. They fear when you get everything I say.
Yo. Let's see this. Okay. Let's see. I just want to see something. No, I didn't freeze. Okay, so the link I sent out, I seen Jason jumped in. Okay, so anyways, first thing I want to apologize time-wise because I messed up on looking at the time because I was out here thinking like a warrior and go practice. Anyways, that's why I wasn't on, and then homeboy Jamie reminded me, so thank you for that. But I'll make it this time. I'm gonna make it short because I messed up on the link, so I apologize for that. But we'll just place this on the FB. So the first conversation was about the BLM, and I'll post everything that I went through to find it. But I seen a woman's video, and she was pretty thorough, so I went through it to see how thorough it was, and it was pretty thorough. So I copy and pasted the links to go there, what to look at, how to look at it, and I did like step 1, step 2, step 3 for BML, for Black Lives Matter. So like, even though yes, Black Lives Matter, we know Black Lives Matter, of course. As a black person, when you hear Black Lives Matter, you're thinking, yeah, for sure, my Black life matters. So I'm gonna get emotional and I'm gonna be like, yo, my Black life matters. Of course, there's no contest. But the fact is, the movement, though, we have to look at the movement, and we have to look at it subjectively. We don't want to get caught in our feelings, because if we get caught in our feelings, then we don't get guided properly. And so when I looked at it objectively, what happened was I looked at the page. First thing I was thrown off because there's 3 lesbian women, but I'm like, oh, who says 3 lesbian women can't run the thing and start the revolution? Doesn't matter. Harriet Tubman, well, she wasn't lesbian, I'm pretty sure. Maybe she was. I don't know, because they don't talk about her sex. Either way, and if they do, I didn't pay attention. The fact that she's a woman, she made some moves. So it had nothing to do with that. But then putting lesbian on the front street, still, I was like, whatever. But then when I looked at the fact that when it came to follow the money, when it came to following the money, I followed the money, and the donate button will show you that it goes to an ActBlue, ActBlue.com, and when you follow what ActBlue is for, it's for the Republican, for the Democratic Party.
Democrats, yeah.
Yeah, it's straight Democrat. And so they take that money and they're allocating it to who they're funding in the Democrat Party. So that's why the Black Lives Matter movement has nothing to do with the black people, except the emotional attachment saying that our lives matter. And so I'll post a link with this video after, so anyone that looks at it can go through the steps and stop talking about this Black Lives Matter just for their own brain, unless they want to look like foolies in their own brain, because they can look in the mirror and say, well, really, yes, my Black Lives Matter, but this is not for us. It was never for us. It was, pardon? Yeah, definitely. Right. And the fact is, like, ActBlue, we can look at the connection George Soros has to ActBlue, and that's at the end of it. That's all good. Yeah, okay. So anyways, like, yeah, it's at the, hey, you could use this, Yeah, put that on. Yeah, it's at the end of oh, excuse me a second. Just make sure I put this down. Sorry, just give me a second, people. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, it's at the end of the information that I went through that I'm gonna post, and so I wanted to go through that and let people know because I care. I care about being black for sure, and I'm pretty sure other people care. And I actually care about people, but I know, like, you know, you can only throw so much before people don't really want to do things, or they don't want to put their foot in. It's like, what can you really do? But I'll put the information out. And so, like I said, when I went through it, it's going to show when you follow the money's going to show that these people aren't even the Democratic Party that is receiving the funding has nothing to do with the black agenda. And us seeing that is like, it should be a red flag. And so that's why that was the first thing. And so now we can skip over to the second thing because I'm going to wrap this up real quick. The second thing had to do with let me say it properly because people can just I can say one word and people just get turned off because like their emotions just rise. The alphabet community or the LGBTQ community. All I want it was a message for anyone that's black and of the LGBT community. Like, yo, a lot of us don't really have an issue with what you want to do with your orifices. Nobody business about tripping and nobody business about you taking it in your bats. Like, it's all good. Do your thing. But the issue is when there's a community gathering that had nothing to do when it came to advertising about black people gathering for a cause, you coming up and saying, oh, LGBTQ lives matter too. Well, the people that are straight there didn't sign up for that. So therefore, it's going to be a cognitive dissonance. They're going to be like, yo, what are you talking about? We're here because someone died, and we're here because police brutality. If you're going to make it about LGBTQ, what I want to say is just create your platform, which I'm pretty sure you have, and then invite straight black people out to support you so that now they know already why they're coming, because we're here to support the LGBTQ community. If you do it backwards, it's going to be an issue, and I'll prove it myself. I promise you I'll prove it. If there's a LGBT community meeting here, because I like drama a little bit, I won't even lie. I'm going to go there and say, hey, yo, straight lives matter too. And I'll make sure I have a camera. And you see how you feel. Because like, if we know that it's a platform for LGBTQ or alphabet community, and I came through saying straight lives matter too, I'm pretty sure people of LGBTQ community who put it out there as in this is a group saying we're supporting for this I don't want to say agenda. This, what would you call that actually? Like the sexual preference, I guess. Yeah, I'll call it sexual preference. If I came there and bamboozled it with being talking about, say what? Yeah. Okay, so whatever their agenda may be, if I came there as a straight man saying straight lives matter, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a lot of aggravated people.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably pissed off people, just like what happened with that whole thing at the legislative building. I've heard from so many people like, yo, what's going on? Is this gay? Is this for gay people now? Like, they were thrown off because they thought this was about police brutality. And then when they heard the LGBTQ, oh, this LGBTQ lives matter. And they're like, yo, people are like, yo, thing dead off, but I jumped on my gal's thing.
Oh, okay.
Women to the
rescue. As always.
So like, we just wanted to. I'll say that I wanted to make it known that like it's not a bad thing to do what you want to do with your orifices. Do your thing, but do not come to a group that has not co-signed or signed up with that agenda and bring that to the platform. Just keep it straight up. If it's about police brutality, keep it about police brutality. If it's about straight people, it's about straight people. If it's about gay people, it's about gay people. Let's not go somewhere and change the narrative of what was to be. And that's how we're going to get along with black people, straight up. If you're gay and you feel something's up, you need to create a platform, or you need to create an event and and create awareness and get people to join and help you out and back it, whether they're straight or of the same community. Doesn't matter. And that's the whole thing about the whole LGBTQ conversation. And I was going to end it there. Anyone else want to say anything before I move? Say it again. Yes, it's a good thing. Women to the rescue. Oh, you turn this off, man. Yeah, it's okay, bro. I got you. Yeah, and just for you guys, just so you guys know, anything you say is being it's being screen recorded because I messed up on the link, and I'm gonna repost this right away after it's done.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So if you have anything in confidence that you want to say that you don't want on if you don't want public to see, just
Say so.
say just don't say it.
Right.
Yes,
that
don't
too,
say
yeah.
it. Don't say it. Yeah, because I won't be editing this. I can actually. So yeah, if you want to say it, just let me know and I can take it out after. It's true. It's true. Agreed.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. In the States, in the US, they got this platform called Black Men Build. I just followed it on IG. Like it's all men, and there's a set of values that you have to actually like you have to check these boxes saying that you ascribe to these values, so everybody's on the same page. So like honestly, I think the men probably should have our own movement. The Black Lives Matter movement was started by women, by women in the LGBTQIA community, and that's great. But I noticed at the protest, a lot of the men were upset. And my daughter was one of the planners of that rally. But
Mhm.
a lot of the fellows were upset because they didn't have a chance to say anything. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should have our own thing. Like why are we mad at those girls for doing that? We should have our own platform, and we should be the ones up front marching and controlling our own agenda anyway. So yeah, right, right, right. And as soon as you look at the BLM agenda, one of those things is the dismantling patriarchy. Well, what is that? Where does that leave us basically as fathers? Right, right, right. Except like one. I think they tacked on one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It was focused on the Sudanese gentleman that had been killed. Not remember his Madhu.
You see, I never heard anyone really having a problem. But I don't talk to everyone, so I didn't have anyone hear about anyone having a problem. This is because about women that started it or anything. Is I just heard the problem like, why is someone saying LGBTQ lives matter?
Oh
That's where
no,
I
I'm
heard
telling you, I was right there at the stage, and there was a dude there that had an outburst that pretty much was yelling at Jada Hope about wanting the microphone, and that's when she shouted him down, and he left swearing and all that. So yeah, that's what I saw. But that was like
right,
right up front. Yeah, I don't know
right,
about anything else that anybody said because I was just right up front. So
right. See,
yeah,
yeah, see, I never heard a problem about that was females. I just heard about the part where people were like, "Yo, we're not feeling it." The fact that how is this a gay movement now? People were asking me like, "I don't know, man. Like, I wasn't there. I purposely
yeah,
didn't go
right,
because
right,
I don't believe in the
I
the
right.
BML movement."
Hmm. Hmm. Right, 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 right.
Yeah, so for forward movement, a narrative has to be built definitely that Well, people have to understand, like, it's not even just about doing something. It's about, like, do you know what you're doing, what you're representing, instead of just doing it.
It's supposed to be about the collective. The whole thing about Black Lives Matter, it's Black Lives. Where's the collective?
Yeah.
As soon as you start putting in preference and then your agenda, your sexual preference, that negates from the whole Black Lives thing.
Undermines it. You're right.
Yeah, like, I don't understand it at all.
Yeah,
like, for the collective of our people, the safety of our people, and moving forward as a people.
Right.
You can't just move forward with just a few of us, or it doesn't make sense. It's all about the family structure. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the whole confusion.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, AJ had a comment. Would you say what? It was what?
It's the perpetuation of the feminist movement, because there wasn't a place for men prior to. And so the strongest voices within any community is a male's voice. So if the male's voice can be extinguished from the beginning, then there isn't anything that we need to be concerned about.
Absolutely.
Furthermore, people are concerned about what they're saying, how they're saying it, and what's going on, because in reality, they're fearful of, will I have this job to go back to as I'm providing for my family? And where are they getting their finances from? What systems are they working within? So can they be honest with what they think, what they want?
Right.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So so basically, that there's Antigua and Barbuda Association that was created just for, it was exactly as we're speaking right now. It was created exactly for Afro, Caribbean, indigenous folks to gather and make the movement happen. So we can gather and do what we want to do. That's unorthodox compared to what every other association is doing.
Let's see.
You know what I'm saying? Because every other association they're so orthodox to how they want to handle it, and it's definitely not about moving forward. It's just about continuing the treadmill. Right. Right. And like, anyone else want to say anything? Because I think I was going to speak with the last part, and that's about it. Okay, so the last part I want to touch on, like, as a Black man, woman, what's your nationality? Like, that's really what it comes down to. Like, what's your nationality? Let's have a conversation about this. Because I'm here. I was born here. My mom was born in Jamaica, and I'm looking at it like, am I supposed to be Canadian Jamaican? Is there such thing as a Canadian Jamaican nationality? Am I supposed to be like part Antiguan because my dad's Antiguan? Is Antiguan a nationality? Okay, so whatever you are, or your family is, or your family were, is that actual nationality? And that's where I want. That's where I want. That I think that's the last as a community. As this meeting goes out, the next meeting we should have a conversation about in gathering is like, yo, what's our nationality? What's our nationality? Because like I'm representing a flag here, to proud to be Canadian, and I'm like, well, what am I representing?
Well, black isn't a nationality, obviously. Listen. Exactly. Black's not a nationality, obviously.
All right. Yeah, but is Canada a nationality?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's true. Right. And so like to touch it off before we dip out, if anyone like next meeting, like I'm gonna post this up and see who wants to join for a next meeting, maybe for like a month from now. Let the word go out so people can look at it. And like if you know the nationality of the black man or the so-called black race, yo, join the meeting and let's talk about nationality, and I'll do my footwork also. And that's the last thing I really have to say. If anyone else wants to do a thing, say do it up, man. What do you got to say?
I'll say that to me, I have no problem with the alphabet community whatsoever. If you want to do what you want to do, I'm saying something there. Like, to me, they promote intolerance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as they have some shit they want to say, cool. And if you are against something that they fucking say or do, then they label you as like, oh, you're homophobia or you're this and you're that. That's like intolerance. That's a form of intolerance. Do whatever you want to do. Like, that's fine. But don't try to impact like me or any of my children to try to follow those ways. Because still, I have a family culture. Like, I'm all about the family culture. You could do whatever you want. That's cool. We need to coexist anyway. But to me, it's almost like a form of intolerance. Mm-hmm. So that's all good. That's all good, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like how white folks are kind of understanding how we feel right now. You know, like I've been talking mad shit at school in the month of June. I was talking mad shit, and people were just giving me passes for it. So, yeah, I think I agree with you there. Yeah, you're a traumatized group. Yeah. Yeah. Right. 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 Right.
Facts. So yeah, I guess it does matter because they're actually making paper now. They're making paper off the movement. So yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
It's true.
Look at Hollywood.
No. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Every time someone's trying to say take a step out the door, they're like, no, check this door. Check this door. Check this door. Right?
Yeah.
Right. And then people are like, oh yo, they're rolling with us now.
What a bad look that was. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And
it's all for the vote. It's all for the power.
Right.
That's all that shit's for.
Right.
Yeah,
I guess I'd vote Kanye
after we figure out nationality at the next meeting. I'm glad to have you brothers join, man, because like obviously I wouldn't be able to do this by myself because I wasn't even be on this month if Jamie didn't.
What? Oh, that shit. Yeah, man.
Thanks for the reminder, man. I was so like caught up in just fighting with this near here. I was just like, I didn't remember the date. I remember the date, so.
I was like, you're on your Jamaican time, yo. I was like, what the hell's going on, yo?
I'm doing yard work right now. I totally forgot. Then you sent me that message. I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
So.
I'll have it organized a lot better next time. And I learned a lesson this time is not to post a link until the day of.
Mm-hmm.
And then so people can just populate that. And I'm just gonna create. Also, I'm just gonna create like anyone that's trying to join as I do it. Like this, on Messenger, you can put people into a group.
Yeah.
And just create that Zoom group saying, "Yo, this is for the meeting," so anyone can just boom one time it goes out to everybody.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. I don't know if any of you guys know Dwayne Williams. He's a Jamaican cat. He's got this Black Fathers group that he's trying to start. Today, Yeah, today he had a little event. They're playing dominoes at Assiniboine Park today. I couldn't make it, but I definitely I told him that I would definitely try to make the next one. So it's all about the Black fathers coming together. You know, bring your kids, bring a bite to eat.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
There's no resources whatsoever.
Right. And we exactly. Right. Right. And like some of us have found out ways around it. So, and like when we share stories, we don't gotta put people under the bus. Just, you know, be honest and like looking for be honest. And the reason we're sharing the story is because we're looking for a solution, not because we want to gossip.
Right.
Right. Right.
Yeah, there's support. Like a lot of support that we don't get within the resources or the education anyway within the system. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so if you guys are interested, the next time he has an event, Deval, I'll let you know first, and then you can share that with the fellas.
Yeah. Also,
we'll make it
like
happen.
the Antigua and Barbuda Association group. Yo, just I'll send a link for you to just join and just post on the wall too. Eh? Anything that's going on, you tell what's his name? Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne yeah.
Wade.
Oh, sorry.
Dwayne Williams.
Dwayne Williams.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. You can send it to him, and so if he wants to post it, just post it through there. So anyone that's within the group as they join, it's just being put out there to the folks.
All right.
So yeah, thank you for you guys for coming on. This was
Kings.
productive, man.
Yeah, it's good seeing you.
And people are gonna see this, so smile.
That's good.
All right, peace, guys.
All right, be safe, Joe.
Peace.
Secret codes in the message. It's like a slave times most infected. We call it lethal injection. We accept now the code is infected. Turn killer, nickel 9, pipe ripper. Bring death, hail Satan, mind killer. Death seeds, plant a crop for God's breed. Evil tongue lisps to my young niggas. My young niggas neglected to be a kid. My young niggas chose the way he lived. Mind speed and fall past causing the pressure. My human form dipped into God's nectar. Alien, that's why you look at me. My head with defies gravity. These coils, they conduct energy. They feel a soul on this frequency. I hope you get it. Compact, compress, scan. Now beat the push track on replay. Like a relay, we will speed up the DNA. They fear when you get everything